Unit 14.1, Classes and Object. So first, what I'm going to do is make a class. I know we've been doing this all year long, but now we want to kind of look at it in a more in-depth way, look at all the pieces of it, and see how they are used to create a more robust app. Meaning we're going to have more than one class in our app. We've been doing that, but then we want to have some cross talking, one object speaking to another, data being passed, and so on. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to write one simple application to do that, and it's going to be involving a bank account. So what I'm going to do now is make a class and call it bank account. I'm in unit 14, so I'm going to make it bank account, and no main method or anything. I'm just going to leave it empty, just have it there for us to see. And here's the bank account. Now if you look at my Z in front here for my unit wins, for that is because I want my files to be in order, and the 14 would be showing up next to the unit 1 and 2. So you're going to have unit 14, it's fine. I have my Z just to stay in order. Now you see this bank account right here. This is a class, okay? And a class, we want to get some definition here now. And a class is the object's blueprint, or some people say definition. Okay, that's not spelled right. So the objects, I'm going to write all objects. So we could have that. So you could say the class kind of represents the object. It's the object's definition. It's what the object can do, what the object's all about. And I'm going to go ahead and input a definition that we know. Object, an instance of a class. So that's the relationship, okay? So if I make a bank account, I can then create a specific bank account with a specific name and a specific balance. So I'm going to use some very basic information in our bank account. It won't be as broad or as heavy as the real bank account, just so we can get the point across. I'm going to keep it really simple. So instance variables and everything will be very simple. So that's the class and the object's whole idea of the relationship, okay? An object is not a class, it is an instance of a class. So it's a specific object from that class. Now the class is an overall picture of all the objects that can be made from it. So let's go ahead and dig into what a class has. I'm just going to line those up real quickly. Number 1, instance variables. So we want to make sure we know what these things are. Those are the blue ones, the ones that are at the top. We are accustomed to them. They're going to be private or public or protected. Instance variables are what, and I'm going to ask questions here. What do we need to create this class? And this is all about data. The second one is constructors. How do we create an instance of this class? And then the last one, methods. What can the instance of the class do? Now I'm going to add a little piece in here. So I'm going to put some question marks because these are all questions. I'm going to add one little piece here before we wrap this up. What can the instance of the class or the class itself do? And what's the difference here? The instance of the class is the object calling the method. That's called a non-static method. And when the class calls the method itself, we have a static method. So yeah, we're going to dig into these 3 for the remainder of unit 14. Wrapping it up. The class is the object's blueprint or its definition. All the information about that class is encapsulated. All data and methods. So let me just drop this down so it's not running off the page. So we have this idea of the class and the idea of something being encapsulated. Let me leave a little space between these two. So this is the class. We're looking at it right now, and the encapsulation occurs right between these two curly braces, okay, the open and the close. So all the methods and constructors and data and all that stuff are encapsulated inside the class. The object itself is an instance of that class, and that's what we need to create to make any class. All right, that brings us to the end of 14.1.